Collective, welcome back. So I took on some, basically because I need the extra money, I took on some work. I'm sorry about that, but I had to do that because the ministry's just, I haven't been here doing this work as much, so we have a campaign going, and I'm trying to meet some goals. And I was also under psychic attack because there's a campaign going. And because there's situations arising or that have arisen, okay, which is why the campaign even has to be going on to begin with. But it's also campaign season for the platform and the ministry. So there's a campaign for family and personal stuff, and then there's a campaign for the platform and ministry at this time, because we expanded in the group. We kind of grew out. We grew out of what we were doing. We went into another phase. We closed down an old phase and cycle, and we went into a new season and cycle because we leveled up, and we completed in my healing circle, in my monad, in my life, on my timeline, we completed a bunch of healing. And so now I can proceed forward. And as I was proceeding forward, I was making some changes in the platform. So now, so we have the group and the page. We have the channel, and we have the other group and page. So we've grown that much now that I needed to do it that way in order just to keep up with the collective. Yeah, so I'm back to do, even though all that happened, I stayed with it, I stayed committed, I prayed through it. I got some prayers and meditation done, I got my energy grounded, I got clear, and I'm back to finish doing the elementals. So I'm just going to pick up where I left off, and I'm going to do the earth energies. So if you are an earth energy, okay, and you are, or you love someone that is an earth energy, a sign, or they just have those elements really strong in their chart for some reason, or you have them really strong in your chart for some reason, the earth energies are going to resonate with you. So I break it down by elements for the people that don't necessarily follow astrology, and they don't necessarily know their sun, moon, rising. They don't necessarily know all that stuff. And you don't have to actually know that stuff. It's just if this resonates with you, there's a reason. And then if you feel inspired, you can go find out what the reasons are. You can come to me. You can go find out whatever, If you come to me, you can find out a little bit more. And then I can show you and point you in the right direction, because I'm not an astrologer. But that's the second reason. It's because I'm not an astrologer. I'm not a practicing astrologer. I'm not a practicing witch. I am a practicing spiritual guide who also does energy healing. That's my practice, okay? I do enlightenment, I do energy healing, I do spiritual guidance, inspiration, about the divine, about the divine. Anything about the divine or spirituality, Okay, so if you guys would start greeting me a little bit more in the comments, or when it gets to the point where you guys are greeting me a little more in the comments, I probably won't feel like I have to introduce myself as much. But right now, it still feels like I have to introduce myself because we're still just growing. In the past 3 months, I've added more following over on the groups, and the page has grown, and the YouTube channel has grown, and both of them seem to be producing about 50 to 100 people, and of those are about 20, roughly around 20 people that are seeing stuff, that are active, and I'm also seeing their stuff, and that are like-minded or even interested in what I'm posting, which is kind of not me complaining, it's just where I'm at, because I have, set out to do some things and to grow, but I was taking it slow. I was taking things slow because I had the specific healing that I had to do. I had very specific healing and very specific things going on. So we moved through all that healing, though. I'm in fantastic shape. So far, so good. Like with the health and the stuff that happened before, no new symptoms except the ones I mentioned a while ago, which was the eye stuff. Doing pretty good. So because I'm doing pretty good, I try to keep up with it. So the attacks I was under were a little heavy, but it wasn't anything I couldn't handle or anything I haven't dealt with before. I just didn't get back here quick enough like I wanted to. I really couldn't do much to help it, though. I was looking at my schedule, and I got a new planner. I was working on my planner. I was working on my calendar. I've been mapping things out, planning things out, just busy, busy, busy. And I looked at that thing and I thought, wow, I don't think my schedule's been this full in a while. It was really good that I pulled back and wasn't doing the reports and readings as much, because I'd probably be overwhelmed right now more. I'm not overwhelmed right now, but I am almost at my limit with everything I got going on. I try to keep it to a minimum, I don't want this calendar too packed. I don't want it too packed. I want to be available to people if they say, well, this and this is going on and you read for me before, or I don't want to go to another energy healer. I want to come to you, I want to have the energy I need for my people. And I started the channel now, and I've been into this for a while, and I don't want to not show up here. People are starting to subscribe, and we're making connections, and I want that to continue, so I want to come here. I'm not going to be hardcore on it like some channels are. I'm probably never going to be that person that's posting all the time on YouTube to get paid, to get likes, or whatever it is, or whatever, or just they have a lot more energy. I'm not judging, but maybe it'll get exciting and fun, and then I'll be here, because I'll be caught up in it. But I don't do it I don't do the spiritual guidance and stuff like that just to get a following. I kind of do this as requested, as needed, as guided. And it's been requested a lot lately. And sometimes I have to pull back. I don't have any choice. I just have too much going on, and I just have to pull back. But I try not to do that when I'm already here doing elementals. That happened because 92 again, because there were psychic attacks. Now this time these attacks had to do with things going on with the family, which I already mentioned, and then just some other stuff. It had to do with like my community, my monad. Some of it wasn't even mine at all, but it like spilled over. I was getting like pulled into other people's stuff. So I was like, I got to deal with this. I got to clear this energy, I just have to do that. And I was tired, and I looked at the heat index. It was insane. We had several days where it was super hot. One day it was 104. We got stuck out, and we were downtown getting haircuts, and it was 104. I'm like, wow. And all I want to do is sit down in my room and do these energy reports. This is madness. What is going on? And I went and I looked, and it's like, well, yeah, it's the energies. It's the energies. Seriously. It's wild right now. So, okay, so it's miracles. This is what I got. It is growth. It is hope. Okay, and it's our foibles. We learned this new word in the Healing Circle over on Facebook. I have Healing Circle. This word is like when we come and we share our foibles. We got our table set. We've got cute little things on our table, stones, minerals, jewelries, pictures, items, things we're doing with our lives. Some of us got testimonies, and some of us, we're just foibling sometimes. Sometimes we don't have testimony. We just have foibles. Okay? And so we're just foibling around, and we're sharing with each other, and we're, look at my new t-shirt. Look at my new office setup. Look at my new nails. Look what I'm doing with my channel. Look, I still don't got my tooth fixed. And we're just foibling. We're just sharing. It's like show and tell for adults. It's called foibling. We have hope, we have growth, we have miracles, we have mana, and we have self-abuse, and we have neglect. Is my chair up too high again?
No.
Okay.
It's all the way down.
Okay, I got a glare on my glasses and it was annoying, and I thought it was because my chair was too high again. Because the last time it happened was my chair was too high. And I dropped down, my chair dropped down really fast, and it scared me, and my daughter was like, oh my gosh. She was the one that had it propped up. All right, so yeah, our foibles, like I'll be on my channel, I'll just be showing people like my favorite makeup, or my favorite thing that I did, or this story about this thing that happened. That's foibling. The things we do with the cards, the crystals, the jewelry, the holistics, we foible with that stuff. So foibling is good for your ministry and your business and your platform. Influencers do a lot of foibling. So we have neglect. Some people should foible more, and they would have more growth because, thank you. Foibling denotes there's real activity, there's real human interaction, there's warmth, there's compassion, there's a real human being, there's something really good going on here. So foibling is good. The Lord likes it, the collective likes it. And then we have wrongs. We have neglect and wrongs. And self-abuse. So this could be somebody who abuses themselves, and then also with others, they neglect, or there's something wrong, or they're doing some form of self-abuse. Instead of relying on mana, there's self-abuse. Now this could be anything. This could be bad habits, denying yourself things, denying yourself sleep, not getting enough sleep, not going out and having enough fun, self-mutilation, God forbid, self-sabotage, God forbid, or just some form of self-neglect is happening here. It's affecting someone's growth. But we have miracles and we have manna. Someone maybe just had a breakthrough or a miracle in this area, or they're about to, in an area of their life where they seem to have stopped growing because they've neglected themselves. There's some kind of wrongs, or someone wronged them, and there was neglect, but from someone who is self-abusive, and this affected your growth. But now you have hope, and you're doing this foibling activity, and you're relying on the manna of the universe, and there's miracles. There may be a breakthrough because in this area right here, in this area where there are these abuses and these wrongs and this neglect, this is where you need healing. And this is where miracles and healing need to happen or are about to happen. So you might want to get grounded, be ready to receive, and pay attention. Something's going on in your an area of your life where you've neglected something, or an area of your life that's been being neglected, or where you've experienced some form of neglect and wrongs, which is what I was just dealing with these psychic attacks. So we're looking at earth energies, and I was just pulling these kind of just to confirm what I just told you, and just to look at the energies real quick, and just to sort of get warmed up. So let me keep going. Let me get the other cards out, and let's get a setup going out here on the board, because these the earth energies right now are very strong and powerful. And this energy is to help ground us, to empower us. This is after some purifying and healing and regeneration and restoration period. Now we're getting this, and we're getting some upgrades after this. We're about to get some upgrades. So you want to be, the more your upgrades will go better, the more that you are right now at this time grounded and able to receive what I'm about to go over in these earth energies with you. And in these other energy reports that I already did. So I did 2 other energy reports. We did air. That was the first report. That was exciting. I remember that reading stood out to me. Or that energy report, actually. It's not technically a reading. That stood out to me. And then this one that I'm doing right now is standing out to me very strongly too. So the last one that I did was the water energies. This one's going to be the earth energies. The next live, which if I get it done today, which is the goal, fantastic. If I don't, I'm coming back tomorrow. I will get this done. I will cover the all of the energies, and I will go a little deeper on the twin flame readings and reports for you guys, and I'll cover a lot of stuff. Okay, that's what I'll do now. So thank you so much. You brought me tea. Oh, this is wonderful. I have lavender tea, and I picked up this lavender shampoo, and I also have these lavender dryer sheets. And I think I was like smelling the shampoo or something, and the reader on YouTube is like, I'm getting Bath and Body Works lavender and stuff. I'm like, you're too tapped into my energy. Get out of here. Y'all are too much on YouTube for real. Y'all go way all up in it. Okay? I'm like, back up. I don't know what you're tripping on. And what it is they've saw in my union, some of them, and they've seen it on my platforms, and they know me, or they're just going where energy's going, who knows. But somehow they've seen that there's high earning potential with certain people and within my union, and within my platform. So they hang around a lot. They do. And they're waiting, and they want to, some of them want to work together and collaborate. And it's legit, and it's fine. And especially now that I'm doing my business again. But some of them, I'm not so sure what exactly that they have in mind and what exactly they want. And it's like kind of like anybody's guess why they hang around. So that's pretty interesting. Not really, but kind of. All right, so this is still a little bit hot. Now listen, these energies right now are after a lot of these moons, which brought us a lot of this, like I said, like purification energy, a lot of it. And that was what we needed. We needed a lot of purification energy. But now we're just getting a lot of heat, right? It's just intense heat waves. Okay, lots of heat. And lots of like people being in like the energy of like being snappy or moody or dog days and being in the dog days or just being hot, irritated, So there's just been a lot of that. And if you're in a cool spot, you've been staying out of those energies, fantastic. So have I been doing that. And I've been trying to do that as much as humanly possible. Staying in my lane. All right, so I got some butterflies. Check it out. I got some butterflies to use as bookmarks for now. And I have a new Bible, and this is a New Testament, and it's brand new to me. So if you all know, I do a healing circle ministry, and it's faith-based, and I just work with the New Testament Bible. I don't do any serious religious stuff. I just focus on healing and enlightenment. When it comes to the enlightenment side of things, I'm really just bringing it with the Bible and the New Testament Bible and a lot of other enlightened topics that I happen to have a lot of knowledge and experience in, but mainly the Bible. So I have this, and it's brand new. So I've been also got a little distracted with that, and I picked up some other reading materials for myself and the kiddo when we were going for some enrichment for her summer school. So we do homeschool, guys. So I'm doing the classes, I'm doing the coaching, the teaching, guiding, coaching with her also. So for those of you that don't know that, that's another reason. It's just like, well, right now it's like I have 3 jobs plus a YouTube channel. And I just started my business back and pulled back on doing the energy reports and readings. But I'm staying committed to doing the lives and working on the channel. And as long as people keep giving me some feedback, it could be 1, 2, 10, 20, 40, whatever. As long as I'm getting feedback, I'm here. I'm here. Okay? That's how I do it. If it goes too long without the feedback, I just go do other things with my energy that bring me satisfaction and bring me back to a better place, mentally, spiritually, and that make money for me if I'm able to make money, because my channel's new. We haven't grown to the point of being a big to-do on social media. Somehow I am still social media popular. I wouldn't say famous, but highly popular. Amongst certain circles and individuals. Okay? That's how I would refer to that. So I once got on here doing this divine guidance and stuff, and I grew way too fast. I had Facebook groups. I was doing empath stuff. I knew a lot of people right away. It went bonkers crazy. It was like blowing up like crazy. I had too many people. I didn't know what to do. But I was like, I didn't plan on that. I didn't see that happening. I didn't see that coming. I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would go that way. I thought it'd be a couple hundred people. I thought it would be harder than it actually was. No, it's, and it was easy to get that following, but to keep it and to work with it and everything wasn't easy. So it just turned out that I seemed to either have a knack for getting a good following, or so did the people around me, and it just somehow worked out. But three times technically, I had a massive following, 5,000. I kept thinking it was a huge, big deal, And I would work with as many people as I could, and then it would kind of fade out and taper off, and then I would also weed through and see who was actually really there for anything, purposeful or meaningful that had to do with me, blah, blah, blah. And I would move it along. And I was doing it like chameleon style a little bit. And when I did it that way, I met a lot of people and I made a lot of progress in a really fast period of time. And I had a huge following, but like I said, it was a very small number of people that was actually literally going to work with me and do anything with it, or that were seriously interested. So I started asking people, like, how did we meet each other? Things like that. If they responded at all, they wouldn't even know how we met each other on Facebook, and stuff like that. And I got tired of it. So I went back to the drawing board with it, and came back to Facebook. I liked what I saw. I had a better experience, and I said, okay, good. I can work with this. So I'm still here trucking along doing it, and just trying to make sure that I have a following I can manage, not a ridiculous number of people that I got to weed through and try to connect with and let it grow too fast, out of control. I keep my lawn mode now. I've gotten better at keeping the lawn mode. All right. So thank you and God bless you. I hope you guys are all doing very well out there. Thank you for being here. If you're working on a ministry or a platform, God bless that. God bless you. It is not an easy thing to do, to get out here to speak and communicate to people and reach people, and to run a platform or a spiritual ministry, or much less like a faith-based spiritual ministry, because you might attract or get targeted more because of that. Or it's just hard in general. It is, with, even if you take all the targeting factors out of it, all the trolling, all the negativity, and you just look at how much work goes into it, how much effort, how much time it takes, patience, endurance, and all that. It's grueling. Running a real fivefold ministry can be kind of grueling. It can be exhausting. And if you're doing it all by yourself, and then, let's face it, for a while you got to do things on your own and do it by yourself, because you can't afford to pay people. Okay? And also, you need the experience. A lot of times. In some cases, maybe not, but a lot of times it's that too. You need the experience. You need to experience people, talking to people, communicating with people, dealing with people's stuff, questions, all that kind of stuff. It does take time. And depending on what you're doing, it could take a long time. And I've been working my business and homeschooling my kids, so it's, taken quite a long time to get us, to get things, to try to get to a place where I can focus more on just doing the healing circle in the ministry. Honestly, I was doing it full time for a while, but I had to pull back from doing readings, pull back and do part-time healing ministry, and go and get some work going, which I warned people, if I need to do that, I will. And I got called back here again a few times. And I'm like, well, I keep getting called back here, and that seems to be working out better than anything else, even though it's like starving artist kind of lifestyle, which gets very hard. It's like a starving artist lifestyle, and then it just, these days, especially where I live, it's really super expensive to live here. Car insurance, house insurance, rent, mortgage, things like that are really expensive. Transportation costs can be really high. It can just be it's livable, but it can be really costly, really expensive. What you pay to live here is double, if not more than double, what it may cost to live in other places. For example, where I moved from back home before I moved here, you could get an apartment like this for $400. And I wouldn't be shocked to see an apartment like this for $350, $375, $400, $450, $500. It would probably not go over $500. For an apartment like this, back home where I lived before I moved here, okay, $500. $600, you're probably going to have another bathroom where it's going to be bigger and spacious with large closets, balcony, everything, a porch, something. Man, this place is this expensive and you don't even have those amenities. There are amenities here, though. There are pools and stuff like that. They do have nice amenities. They make up for it in other ways, but still, it's like, wow, it can cost I could be renting something like this back home for $400 to $500 max. $700 max if it was in a really nice neighborhood and it was on the bus lane and everything. It might be like $700. So we have Temptation 105. That we got that earlier. We got that number earlier. We also got 123 earlier. That's a lot of information about temptation that keeps flying at me in different ways. And now it has come out in the cards twice today. So just a heads up about that. I don't know what's up with that. If you are an earth sign, I'm getting these cards on the table right now, guys. I've touched everything. I've cleared everything. I've gotten grounded and gotten the energies more clear. And we're going to look at the earth energies for the divine feminine and for the divine masculine at this time. Okay, so these are timeless messages and readings and reports. Whenever you hear them, if they resonate for you, they're for you. Okay, feel free to share, feel free to comment, feel free to give it a like. Let me know if it resonated or spoke to you about anyone you know or you yourself. Okay, I really appreciate the feedback. Also, let me know how your journey's been going lately. How are you experiencing these energies, which have been rather intense with the full moons and just the whole planetary cycles and everything that's been happening has been, just wow. I can't think of what the last energy report was. Sometime in the last 3 weeks, I got an energy report. So I knew what was going on with the sun, the moon, the stars, the whole thing. And I remember thinking, this is really resonating, and this is what is up with people. Okay, so we got some cards that want to flip out. We got a masculine energy coming out here. And it looks like he's coming out with a proposal. He's been working towards something, or he desires a marriage or partnership. This is a King of Wands who desires a marriage or a union, or they desire that for you, or they want to help with that. They want to help with a marriage or union. They want to be generous because this is the generous king. He oversees and he helps. So it's like that. that one card. It's I think it might be the 5 or 6 of Pentacles. But this isn't Pentacles though, this is Hearts. So somebody wants to do this out of love. This could be a father figure or a father or an uncle. A caring masculine energy that you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be a masculine, but it probably is a masculine energy who wants to marry someone or see someone to their wedding or oversee a wedding, help with a wedding, marriage, or union. Or, this is marriage or union card, but in some cases it means other things. But with the 7 of Hearts here, and with this being the king that it is, and the way it's been coming out in other readings and other decks, this is coming out as if this is your soulmate, lover, twin flame person, or someone who loves you and your soulmate, lover, twin flame person, or loves you and wants to propose to you or marry you or has proposed to you, or that you're married to. This could be if you are married to someone who's in this energy or is this energy. So this is earth energy. Now this flew out of my deck. I'm trying to just finish shuffling and pull some cards. One flew off the table, got it together, then those flew out. Okay, let's continue. So that stood out. That jumped out. That king jumped out, and he has a request or a desire, a goal, something he's focused on. 2 of Wands came out. Let's continue. I want to look at the divine masculine, divine feminine, who have earth sign energies. Thank you, Archangel Michael, clear, and clearest of energies in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ of Nazareth. We pray and we thank you, and we plead the healing balm of the universe right now in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. We need to get these cards on the table. We're going to look at the sets of cards and pull them and separate them out right now. We're going to do that right now. And so if you are earth sign, or the person you're watching for is an earth sign, or you have a lot of earth sign energy people around you, or a lot of it in your chart, a lot of it is active at this time, a lot of it might be affecting you for some reason. If that's your signs, I don't know. We have the Queen we have Leo energy here. So we have the attractive Queen. So she's attractive, she's smart, she's savvy, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful. She's goddess type energy very often. She's usually also very kind and helpful, inquisitive, creative. This is the feminine energy, how she's coming off. Now, this is how she is right now, kind of how she is in the mind, or how her mindset might be. And then this could be her masculine, or this could be her still in her own energy. So she's kind of in this boss energy and this Aries energy. So she could be hanging out with somebody who has that energy. She herself could have that energy, or her twin flame. Take it however it resonates. But if you know about Queen of Wands and you know about King of Wands, if you know about Wands energy, you know that it's often a fast-moving energy, quick, witty, creative. Often it's funny. Lots of messages, lots of good communication. This is communication energy. This is fire energy. So, this is 6 of Pentacles at the heart space. That looks really good. And then fire. So we have the 6 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. It's about burdens, or you may be releasing something that was a burden at the heart level, which in my healing circle, that's exactly what's happening. So you're releasing something at the heart level. This could have to do with a marriage, partnership, relationship from the past, or the current relationship that you're in. Some things that have just affected you that were that you're getting past. These could be things that had to do with your finances or things that had to do with how you were affected passionately or alchemically. Doesn't have to be. It could have just been a lot of burdens you were carrying. So it's like something was out of alignment or something was too much of a burden and you may have been overwhelmed, and something was a strong desire but it didn't come through yet, or you're still waiting on it, or your finances were affected and your heart level was affected. Mostly you were disappointed, it looks like, related to burdens and finances. It looks like because both of you maybe had to work a lot, you had to use a lot of teamwork, you had to get really creative, you had to boss up. To get through this cycle, you had to boss up. You may be bossing up now. Some of you may be dealing with temptation during this boss up, and so just take it how it resonates. Some of you might not be bossing up at all, and you need to boss up. Okay, so we got 99. So yeah, you bossed up and you leveled up and you completed a whole cycle. And it's a very important cycle, and it's beautiful twin flame energy with this too. So you may have completed an important cycle in your union. This is also good communication. This is diamonds and this is wands. Most of this reading is wands and 2 diamonds, and the 2 diamonds are 69. So this could be a balancing of your tangible, physical abundance, prosperity, finances. Could be finances. Doesn't have to be, but probably is with the diamonds. It probably has to do with money. With the staves, it has to do, or with the club, with the wands, it has to do with creativity, actions, energy, timing, passion, movement. Could have to do with movement. And like I said, bossing up for sure. And then we have the 6 of hearts. So we have another 6, and it's the 6 of hearts. So this is about love. This is bossing up in your personal life. And another 9. 6, 9, 6, 9, and we got a 9, 9. We got a 6, 7, and we got a Queen, King. Wow, beautiful twin flame energy. Somebody is completing a twin flame union over here. This could be a merge happening. If it is a merge, you two are marrying and you're in good merge energy. This is good communication energy. This is good merge energy. If you're working on heart merge, this is ideal. You can get some heart merge energy done right now at this time. If you are already doing that, okay? It's the energy of lovers, being in love. It's the energy of twin flames, the energy of 4 of Wands, the energy of marriage and partnership here. Heart chakra energy, for sure. So now with the masculine energy over here, we have the Ace of Diamonds. So we have this promising new beginning. This could be in areas that have to do with the foundation of your life, like your finances. Okay, doesn't have to be, but probably it is with that Ace. With this 10 of Hearts, though, it could have to do with marriage and finances, or just marriage. Take it how it resonates. It's a promising new beginning. Somebody made a promise, or it's a promising new beginning that holds a lot of promise because it is true love and commitment. This is the commitment card, so it keeps coming out. It flew out the deck. And these two, this Queen and King over here and this commitment card over here, this could be because people have been honoring their commitments or made a commitment or are already in a commitment. And these are just the energies that they find themselves in, okay? So the 10 of Wands. So again, there might be some things that are a little burdensome or that have been blocking you, but you're about to have breakthrough because this is the energy that is helping you have some sort of desired breakthrough or achievement or union or communication or all of the above. So you have a 3 of Hearts. So there is, okay, so somebody could be guilty of creating burdens and obstacles at this time. And if so, they're doing this through bad habits. Those bad habits could be things like staying out too late, socializing, drinking too much, smoking, too much of that kind of habits. In some cases, hanging out, food, talking, socializing, being on social media for some people. But whatever the case, there's too much of it going on. It looks like there is also a little bit of energy of judgment. This is going on in someone's union or during someone's union or around someone's union. There's a lot of talk around someone's union. This could be celebration of a marriage, announcement of a marriage to a group that you communicate with on the internet or socialize with in some way. This could be a group that's a larger group of people. And this could also be something very promising going on there, or this shows to be very promising. So these people are celebrating their celebration. There's camaraderie, there's friendship, there's sharing, there's excitement, there's togetherness here. But somebody might be guilty of too much of that. Somebody might have a lot of feminine energy around them at the time. They could have 3 specific feminine energies. They could have a third party energy in their union at this time. This could be quite burdensome, or their union has become a burden and there's a third party here that knows that. And they may be making a promise. Let's see what they may be promising. Or they did make a promise or commitment, or they made a commitment and to get rid of a third party or third party energy from their union. Okay, and this is that to enforce that, possibly. This could be an enforcer. Or this could just be news about something significant, but this is the energy this is Sag energy. So this is still fire, a lot of fire energy with the masculine and the feminine, but with the masculine, it's truly a masculine energy that came out. So this could be a younger masculine. It doesn't have to be, but he could be rather quick. He could communicate a lot. He could be quick-witted, but also he could be quick-tempered. Okay, and he could be coming in to help relieve some burdens after 3 tries or 3 years or third-party energy, or after 3 marriages. In some cases, it could be 3 marriages, but this one's the third time's the charm type thing. With this energy, it could mean that the past was a burden, but this is something that holds promise and passion. So this is the energy of promise, passion, true love, and camaraderie, friendship, and sharing. So there may be 3 witnesses showing up, or it's just been that you're spent 3 years together, 3 days together, or you're planning something that has to do with 3. This could be a love catalyst situation. And I'm not necessarily seeing that it's a love catalyst situation or a third party, as in like anyone has been having an affair or cheating, but in some cases, this could mean a marital affair. I'm not seeing confirmation yet of this, but in some cases. Okay, someone could have had a past affair. This created burdens, obstacles, trouble, something. Or someone else created some burdens. A third party tried to create some burdens. Take it how it resonates, if it resonates, okay? But this created a burdensome type of energy for the feminine energy. And it looks like this masculine comes in and acknowledges that and is like trying to help with the burden, or he was there to help with the burden. I don't know. During that cycle. Okay. And there may be a contract now because of that. Or there may have been a contract, or there wasn't, then there was. And there wasn't. There may have always been third-party energy in this connection. This could be someone you once were married to or engaged to, that brought third-party energy into a union. Or that there was just always third-party energy there for some reason the whole time. Okay, so we have this king coming back out again. That's Mr. Earth sign energy there. Now that could be Gemini. That's the Gemini card. But it could also be another Earth sign. or just someone with a lot of earth energy, or someone who just fits the bill for what this card denotes in terms of masculine energy. We have a Two of Swords. Somebody is at a decision-making point, or they're cutting cords after a cycle. It's a 92, which is a code I keep getting, and it's 10 o'clock, and we do have 10 in this reading as well. Somebody is making a decision. This could be about an earth energy person. This could be about a masculine who's been in this energy, or two masculines, one being fitting this energy, or a masculine who's just in this energy or this energy. You know, take it how it resonates, but this is the generous. He's kind of a wise king. He can be very generous. He can be very helpful. He can be very charitable. He can be very family or group oriented. He can be a very excellent leader. He could be very wealthy. He is also the wealthy king. He's generous though. So we have the wealthy king here with this Jack. So this could be Sag energy, tapping into some kind of really grounded energy at this time. This could be wealth that's coming to them from their masculine side from the fathers. I'm not necessarily getting inheritance, but in some cases it could be wealth that they got from, you know, family wealth, like old wealth. But it's hard to say. But whatever the case, he's wealthy. And then with this Sag energy, Sag is usually pretty successful at anything they set out to do. They're very strong-willed, very optimistic, very creative, they can be very assertive, very driven, you know, and they can be very ambitious. They may be short-tempered, but they can be all that other stuff too. So this could be some energy coming in to help you with these burdens. These burdens could be like stuff that came up when you were trying to get a new beginning, but at this new beginning, it's a new start with less burdens, but you're going to need some help, and it could be these people are helping. So this could be like, you know, you get a loan, or you meet with a loan officer, or a brother helps you, or a family member, or someone recommends you, or your masculine got a loan or a job, or he got money he's been saving, he's successful, he's wealthy, or he's holding a strong position. This is Emperor energy with this message as well. We got 2 10s here, and we got an ace and a king, so I'm definitely in a 92. So I'm definitely getting some Emperor energy here. Emperor, Empress energy with these earth sign energies. So that's really good. That means the people that are in their earth elements are meant to be in their earth elements. They're balancing out cycles and completing cycles. They're closing out cycles, finding closure or seeking closure, getting closure, needing to get closure, being offered closure in some cases, or just feeling satisfied and able to get closure and freedom in some cases, or needing to, okay? But with the feminine energy, there is just a complete balanced cycle here. And with the masculine, it's a totally new beginning with promise. This could be someone who promised to marry a masculine over here. Okay. This could be, but there's been third-party energy, or there's been obstacles and burdens and troubles. And you can lay those burdens down. These masculine, this energy here is here to help with burdens. Or they have already been helping with burdens. But there's a decision. So this masculine has to make some kind of decision. It could be a decision to close out a cycle, cut out a person from a union, into marriage or union, tempted to have an affair. tempted to someone, this could be their third time trying something. This could be somebody, this is the energy of like binging. Somebody needs to decide to cut something off. This could be someone who drinks or somebody who does something as a habit. But this could be cutting off a person. But it's hard to say. If it's cutting off a person, it's a masculine cutting off a person. This could be the masculine yet again choosing his union or needing to choose his union over some form of temptation that a cycle has brought to him. But the feminine is balanced. And over on the feminine side, things look really balanced and good. There's a marrying. But it's something weighing on the masculine's heart. There's a burden on the masculine's heart that has to do with a new beginning, that has to do with a union, that has to do with a wealth or his wealth, his own wealth, and a cycle. There's something that's and decisions needing to be made, or someone has just made a decision. This is about a union, a friendship, a promise, something promising, a new beginning, something kind of burden. Or this could be a 10-year cycle or a group. It could be a decision about a group. It could be people you work with that they're also wealthy in some cases. Take it how it resonates, okay? I'm going to move on to the deed cards. Masculine energy, feminine energy. My goodness. This is good stuff. This is passion, creativity. This is the energy of love, friendship, sharing, caring, movement, communication, balance, grounding. Feminine is she's either just needed a lot of grounding, and that's just confirmation to what I said, or a lot of grounding and clearing and cord cutting. So masculine, looks like the feminine needed grounding and clearing, and this masculine's got this sword energy over here. He may need to cut cords with a third party energy who's attached to his union, and it's showing in this cycle, or this cycle has caused them to come out, or has made that clear now that someone's connected, someone's attached, someone's been creating burdens or being a burden, possibly. This is about the burdens the masculine's carrying at this time that could have to do with third-party energy related to friends that he socializes with, his social circle, his group, his peers. We were getting peer pressure the other day. Somebody may be feeling a lot of like peer pressure at this time, or pressure to work, or pressure to get some stuff done, or just pressure in general, because we were getting pressure, anxiety. Something is a sin. There's motivation. 17. Somebody needs to repent. Repentance just came out. It's a sin. That might be why we have 92. I think 92 represents sin. 90 represents repentance. And that's what we have here. So we also have assignment. We have greed. We have in a new beginning, rebirth and birth. We have prayer. We have self-confidence, protection. Maybe you feel more secure and protected and confident when you have protection, and you know you have protection and you're grounded and protected. This could be why the feminine has 6969 going on over here. What's going on? We have direction. We have enthusiasm. Somebody could be very enthusiastic about giving you direction, or the direction in which you're going in. And this is part of your assignment, but so is also repentance. This could be repentance from greed. This could be some sort of covetousness or greed. So I talked about this on my page today. This 53 card, this greed, it came out in another way, in another form. So whatever this is where the healing needs to go. This is where the light needs to go. It has to do with that. So those are the deed cards. That's for the masculine. We did the masculine. Let's do the feminine. Or I'm sorry, that's for the feminine. And if it applies for the masculine, then it's for the masculine. Now we're gonna cover the masculine. See what we get for him. In terms of the deed cards, it's like things you can do, actions you can take, things you need to do, things that would help, things that help you serve the Most High God whilst keeping up with the world and keeping up with the responsibilities and keeping up with things like your twin flame union and staying on the narrow path, So masculine, you have vision. I don't know why you have vision. This could have to do with something that has to do with wealth or your union. There's something about pain. You could see that someone's in pain, or someone saw that you were in pain, or something looks painful, or you see something that is inflamed or flared up, something that triggers somebody, maybe. Could be that. And you could be making a decision because of pain or because of something you saw. You could be having visions or pursuing a vision or seeing something, or I don't know. There's something about vision and pain. Maybe your eyes have been hurting, your head. I don't know. Vision and pain. You could see someone else in pain, or that there is pain. Or you need to see it this time that someone is in pain, or that someone was in a lot of pain. This could be because of some third-party energy or something that was a burden, or that affected the wealth, or the wealth of the connection that you share with a person or a group. That was too many cards. They hit the floor and I don't like that. So we'll just keep going. Masculine energy cards, deed cards. Thank you, archangels, in the name of Jesus. What does a masculine or feminine need to know? What do they need to do? Best actions to take. All right, so we have integrity. And behind that, which is card 63, friendship, 48. So we do have the friendship over here with the masculine. So this could be him seeing, or he could be visualizing being around people who are good energy, who have integrity, or he could be around people that have integrity, or he wishes to be around that. Or he likes his union because there's integrity, or he wants to protect the integrity of the union. So he might be making a decision to cut something or someone out of the union. This could be anything from bad habit to a person, or it could be all of the above. A cycle has completed. Something has ran its course or ran its cycle. Something has or is about to rear its ugly head and show you where you need to heal, where you need to cut something out. This is also children coming out in the reading. So you have the 10 of Hearts. That's the family card. Family, happiness, togetherness, joy. We have a big group. Maybe you have a big family. Maybe it's just everything that the 10 of Cups and 10 of Wands has to offer. Marriage, union, the whole nine. And maybe you have children, but there's something about integrity and friendship as well. And peer pressure. This could be because of children, or whenever you were children, there was pressure, or you know about pressure, you're seeing that there's pressure and pain, or that children have been under pressure, or that there's pressure and pain because of something regarding children. I feel like the masculine had said recently that he saw how painful it was, what his feminine went through with their children or a child. I'm sorry, I dropped like 8 cards. I dropped a whole bunch of cards. And I do that all the time, but I really hate when I do that. It really annoys me. I don't like doing it. But I'm dropping cards. That's not great. Sometimes that's not great. Okay. So I knocked off a bunch of cards here. So there's this peer pressure. This has to do with something regarding children. This has to do with integrity. There could have been a pressure to step out of integrity. This could be because of friends, or around friends, or regarding friends, or your friends helped you during a cycle or complete a cycle, and now you're ready for union and heart merge. Potentially you're about to be, something like that. Or this is what's been preventing you, is that you've been dealing with some stuff that had to do with children. It could be some stuff that you saw or knew about, or had visions about, or that saw you. But this is something that has to do with something that could be painful. But I feel like this is childhood pain. This could be something that happened in someone's childhood that was painful. So this could be the healing of that, or needing to heal. But I don't know. This could be the pressure you felt from children growing up. This could be getting back into your integrity. This could be because of a group of friends, or you have a group of friends who have a lot of integrity, so they're able to help you also, and they're able to be charitable and generous, and that's why this king is here. But at any rate, there's peer pressure keeps coming out. And there's children. And I feel like that has to do with the masculine sees how hard it is on the feminine when it comes to the children. What's been going on with the children. And if that doesn't apply, take it how it does. Take whatever does resonate with this message. So this is all I have for Earth energy right now. I usually do pull a little bit more cards. But for now, this is all I have. I feel like I've been talking for a long time, and I feel like I covered a lot. So if you have any questions and you would like me to elaborate on any of this, I do have scripture connected divinely and perfectly to each and every one of these deed cards that I pulled. So if you need to do if deed cards resonated with you, you could get with me if you want me to elaborate on the deed cards, okay? Please say so in the comments. Somebody's completing a holy matrimony cycle, or they're about to. Someone's trying to handle all of their responsibilities at once. We have a 92. We had a 92. It looks like it's a masculine. And yet another feminine is dealing with the greed of another masculine. That masculine could be an earth sign energy as well. Doesn't have to be, but could be. And it doesn't have to be that it's a masculine. It could be vice versa. But I've seen that twice, maybe even 3 times in a row. It came out in this message too. So that's what stands out the most. That's the energies. That's what I have right now at this time. God bless you all. If you liked it, please leave it a like. Leave it a thumbs up. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't miss anything. I do these lives pretty frequently. I post over in the community board. I add stuff to the playlist. I add stuff to the shorts, to the videos. I do the lives, so, be sure to subscribe. And let me know if you need anything. until we see you again, until I see you again. Okay. I love you. God bless you. And take good care of yourselves and each other. Goodbye.